Hey there, Becca here from Inside the Square. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to use just a little bit of custom CSS to create a low highlight text effect for your Squarespace website. We're also going to add a really cool hover trick to change that highlight so it takes up a little bit more space behind the text on a hover. Awesome effect if you're using this for active links. Now, as always, the codes are listed in the description below, but let's hop into my demo site so I can show you exactly how they work. Alrighty, so here we are in my demo site. I'm going to scroll down here. I have some examples of the H1 text. This is where we're going to give a low highlight to. To be super clear, my code here says H1. That's the code name for this particular type of text. I'm just using that in this example because that's the biggest type of font on my website here, but you can apply this to literally any type of text in Squarespace. Just change up H1 to the code name for that text, okay? So let's grab this code here and we're going to navigate over to design and then all the way down to custom CSS. This is where I'm going to paste the code. So pasting that here, we'll see immediately we've got that low highlight to the text. What this basically says is take my H1, just the spot that has text, and give it a linear gradient background. We went all the way to the bottom, starting off with a solid white, so it matches the background there, and then it goes into this solid color. Then that same shade of teal again to about 90% where white takes over again. So check it out. We also added a hover effect. This hover effect changes up those percentages. Right here we have 50%, 50%, then 90 and 90. And down here we switch it up to 30 and 80. Check out what happens. When we hover over it, that highlight shifts to that different percentage. So if you want to change that up to be like almost 100%, let's change this to 10. And we'll change this to 90. That's going to take up a lot of space behind the text. Oops, there we go. Check that out. Now it just kind of grows the highlight for us. Pretty interesting, right? It's because this 90 right here at the bottom matches this 90 right here. So the bottom spot of that gradient doesn't change. It's going to stay exactly where it is, but the top part grows on a hover. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and change up the color, shall we? We don't have to use 50 BDBA just because I love it so much. We can change it to the word pink, for example, if we want to. I'm going to go ahead and switch up all of these so we can see what that looks like. You'll see as soon as I change that, we actually have an actual gradient between the pink and the teal there. But hovering over it, we're going to get that solid pink background. So if you have experience with linear gradients, you can apply any type of gradient you want, but this is how we get that low highlight text effect. Now, what if you want to apply that to just an active link in your text? Let's scroll down. Here I have an example. This is an H1, but this code is being applied to everything in this particular H1. All we have to do is change this up to an A, and instead of H1 hover, we say H1A hover. We'll remove that asterisk there. And it doesn't look like it's taken effect because we have to add exclamation point important. That forces the browser to pay attention to our code. Really important note there. If the browser isn't doing what you think it should, try adding important because it could be that your code's correct, but the browser's just being picky. So we've added it, and now our active link, looks like we need to add it down here as well. There we go. And now our active link in our H1 is getting that effect. If you want to remove this underline for the active link, by the way, that's just a text decoration, spelled correctly, none, exclamation point, important, and that'll remove the underline for you. If you just want to remove it for the H1s, just put H1 in the beginning there, and it'll just be in that particular text style. You'll still get the underline in your paragraph text and anything else. All right, cool. So we've done that. We have the hover, and that's just for the active link in our website. Again, change up these percentages to however you see fit, and feel free to adjust these colors to a web-safe color name, RGBA color code, hex color code, all that fun stuff. Get creative with those linear gradients for that low highlight background. And there you have it, how to create a low highlight text effect in your Squarespace website. Again, the codes we just went over are listed in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something awesome. And most importantly, have fun with your Squarespace website. Bye for now. If you liked this tutorial, you'll love my CSS cheat sheet. I put all of my pro tips and custom codes specifically for Squarespace into one PDF, and you can download a copy right now at insidethesquare.co/CSS. That's insidethesquare.co/CSS.